In this video, I'm going to show you just how incredibly easy it is to make this adorable Valentine's Day wreath. Hi, I'm Summer with DesignerDIY, and in this video, we're going to show you how to make one of our Style D wreath kits. Now, our Style D wreath kits come for every holiday, every day, so it doesn't matter which mesh you have or your ribbons or what theme it is. In this video, I'm going to show you a Valentine's Day wreath, but it's the same technique no matter what style you're doing. So in your kit, all I need you to get out right now is your wreath form, which will be color matched to your mesh and ribbons, and you're going to grab your 2 bolts of mesh. Got it? Okay, so your mesh, what you're going to do first is you're going to cut both bolts into 10-inch pieces. They don't need to be exactly 10-inch, they can be a little wavy, it doesn't matter. You just want to cut them in about 10-inch pieces. Now, once all of your mesh is cut, you take your wreath base. And as you see, I already opened my pine up. You just want to open your pines so they go in and out of your wreath, not sideways. Okay, now that you have all of your mesh cut, what we're going to do is just grab 3 pieces. And what we want to do is help them roll into loose tubes like this. You don't want to make them super tight, and you don't want to have pokey edges. We're just going to roll them into loose tubes. All 3 pieces. Now what you're going to do, now that I have 2 that are rolled, we're going to make an X with them. And the 3rd piece, you're just going to put straight on top like that. That forms a little star. Now we're going to start on the bottom circle, which we call the big circle, which is the one against the table. And you're going to put your mesh in sideways. Always sideways, never up and down. Always going around with the wreath. And you take your pine and you're going to twist once and twice. And for the back wreath, we're just going to tuck that pine in so you don't see it. If you love it, you can leave it out too. It's always you can decide your flavor. All right, so we're going to go right to the next pack. We're going to take 3 pieces again. Now, do you notice how some are smaller and some are bigger? That's okay. It's just how they were rolled onto the bolt. Just try not to put all your small pieces in one group. So I'm going to take one like this, make it as loose as I can, tuck in that corner, going to make an X, and the top piece just goes up and down. Don't overthink it. They will not be the same size, and that's okay. Going to take it, remember the pine one right next to it, sideways. You want your mesh hitting the next group right next to it. That's what makes it so full. And then tight and twist. And I'm gonna hide my pine, but you don't have to. And then I just go and I kind of touch the mesh and fluff it so it kind of hides the pine like that. Okay, you're gonna do that same thing all around the bottom where you're going to take your 3 pieces, make your tubes, like that. Oh, that one was a little pokey. I make my X. 3rd one goes straight on top in the middle. See how my thumb's holding sideways? It just goes like that. And then I'm going to lay it right next to it. Really tight there. You don't want them to fall out. It makes it fluffier the tighter they are. Pull and a single twist and tuck behind. Okay, do that all along the bottom of the wreath, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, now we have all of our mesh done in the back ring. We're gonna do the exact same technique now on the inner ring. Now it doesn't matter which one you pick, just pick a pine, grab your 3 mesh, make your tubes exactly like you did on the back, make my X, my star, and then we're gonna put it in, still going sideways, don't go in, that creates these big empty pockets. Going sideways along with the wreath, tight, and twist. Now don't tuck these in, we're gonna need these for the ribbon. So you're gonna do that same thing all the way around. Grab your 3 pieces of mesh and just put it right next to it until all of them are filled up. Okay, we have all of our mesh in. It's on the front and the back. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our pieces of ribbon. As you'll notice in your kit, you will have a bag of ribbon and there will be 3 groups in it rolled nice and tight. We need to cut those ribbons into 12-inch pieces. Now, when they're rolled, they usually have 3 patterns per grouping. When you're cutting, keep those patterns together. Don't cut them all and make a big mess. If they got a little mixed up, it doesn't matter. Pick your favorite 3. How our groupings work are, we have 3 different patterns in 3 different groups. So I kind of call them Group A, Group B, and Group C. Now when you cut them into 12 inches, your kit is included with a bottle of Fray Check, and it is the best stuff. What we do is once you cut it, you just take your bottle of Fray Check and run it along all of your cut edges of ribbon. It doesn't work on mesh. If you find your mesh is fraying, just use a wood burning tool to cut it and that will solve that problem for you. But this, you just poke a hole in it and squeeze it, it's amazing. Okay, so we have our Group A, Group B, and Group C. I'm gonna lay those to the side for a minute so you can do this. Now where we're gonna be working is the top part of the wreath. We're not worrying about the back. Grab a group, it doesn't matter which group. But as you see, I'm gonna take 1 pattern of each style in my Group A. And I'm gonna do the same thing I did with my mesh, where I'm going to make an X and 1 goes up and down in the middle. Now next time I do this grouping, I can maybe put my hearts on top. It doesn't matter which one goes on top. It can be the same every time, it can be different, as long as it's these 3 patterns. So I have my little star, and I'm going to lay it right on top of the mesh. See how that's already twisted? We only did 1 twist, so our pine is long enough to do the exact same thing, pull and twist. Now, if you got overexcited and you twisted your pine a lot and it's too short, don't worry. What you can do is just untwist it a little and then we'll put your ribbon in. I'll show you on this next one. Okay, so that was my Group A of ribbon. Now I'm gonna go to my Group B. I'm gonna pull 1 of each style. And again, it doesn't matter which one I put on top, always my favorite or always different, but I really like the heart, so let's do that one. I'm going to make a X, the heart goes on top. Now say my pine is too short. Easy solution, no stressing. I'm just gonna untwist it, put it right on top, pull and twist, and now I'm done with these. So I'm gonna tuck them behind, and then I fluff my ribbon. Fluffing is the most important part of wreath making. The trickiest, but the important. You wanna make sure you see each ribbon. See, I don't want that. Each one needs to be seen and in its own little place. Open them up like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to my C group, the one I haven't used yet. I'm gonna take 1 of each group. I am going to make an X, and I'm gonna put 1 right on top, just like that. Okay, and it's gonna go right next to it, right here. Cross, twist, tuck, and then fluff it. We have all different widths. So this group has a 4-inch, a 2.5 inch, and an 1.5 inch. Okay, so we put all 3 groups in. What you're gonna do for the next pine is you're gonna go back to your first group that you chose to use. One of each, make your X, one on top, cross, twist, tuck, and fluff. So you're going to continue that pattern. So now we're back to group B. And put that one in. This time, I'm going to put the black sparkle on top. Put it right next to it. Oh, let's move my extra group B's. Put it in. Twist. See that? We don't want that. You definitely want to see the pattern of the ribbon. Fluff it. Kind of have them tie into the group next to it. Everything just kind of flows. And I kind of pull them out. You don't want everything right tight in the middle of your circle. What did I just do? B. So let's do C. You know what? This rose ribbon is beautiful. Let's make it on top this time. Pull, twist, tuck, and fluff. Now don't go crazy. It doesn't have to be these perfect things. But you just want to give it a little arc, gives it some body, gives it some fullness. Back to group A. Now each pine base that comes with your wreath is made a little different sometimes. Sometimes it will have 8 pine groupings on top, sometimes 9. So if you end up with one extra group of ribbon, don't even worry about it. Oh look, I missed a group without mesh. If you did too, no stress. You're gonna have some pieces left over. All you're gonna do is let's just add it in. Nothing's permanent, nothing's worrisome. We're gonna make our tubes. And just sneak it in there. It's so full, I didn't even notice. Still going sideways, we still don't wanna make any holes in it. Twist it, put my ribbons right on top. So if you have one group of ribbon left over at the end, use it in another project, stick it somewhere in your wreath. It doesn't matter. It will all be beautiful. Here you go. Gonna make that. Put my last group of ribbon in because that's my last peg. And fluff. And look how cute and easy that was. Now you have a beautiful Valentine's Day wreath. Now, a lot of our kits don't come with any decor because it's a very personality thing, and we have so many cute signs and things on our website, DesignerDIY.shop, that you can buy a cute sign, a cute little decor item, whatever to put it in. And this one, I'm gonna put this cute little heart that we have. There's these little slits that I could put the peg in, or I can slide it in the back through some of this ribbon. And what I do is, your decor, if it has a thing, you just use some jute and tie it around, some ribbon, some string, whatever. This one, I'm just gonna take one of these because it makes our wreath so amazing. They just hold everything. I'm gonna put a little pine, I'm gonna untwist it so it's a little longer. I'm gonna take the pine through the ribbon, excuse my reach, and pull the pine through and tuck it down. Now look how cute that gets it. A little decor adds a whole lot. It adds a little depth, it adds personality. I love it. And there you go. An easy, simple Valentine's Day wreath.